We are so pleased to announce our new product, and we are anxious to show you all its new features today. So keep watching.
I was going to be deaf for the rest of my life. At the time, I thought I was going to lose everything else I treasured in life too. Anxiety threw a right hook into my nervous system as I thought about the fact that I would never hear my wife's voice or her beautiful laughter anymore. How I wouldn't be able to hear my children's and grandchildren's voices. How I would feel so isolated at work and around family and friends. My doctor's words shattered my life into pieces. And as I sat on the table for who knows how long, staring through the lab results, I couldn't help but weep in sorrow. All at once, I felt angry and confused, and I was afraid that the good parts of my life were gone forever. I was heartbroken by the realization I would never hear anything again. Music and TV, the sound of the wind in the trees, the sound of the bats swishing through the air and smacking the ball, would all soon drift into memories. I prayed and prayed that I would find a solution. My wife gently held my face in her palms and lifted my head. Tears were falling from her eyes. "Everything is going to be okay," she said. Just 6 months later, my sweet wife revealed her idea that would ultimately save my hearing. We would celebrate the many years we shared in near-perfect health with a honeymoon road trip. So why am I sharing any of this with you? Because this was arguably the most painful moment in my life, yet in many ways it had to happen to me. When I lost my hearing, I couldn't shake the anxiety and depression I slipped into. My life was turned upside down as I became obsessed with finding a solution. But I'm relieved to share with you I didn't find the solution. The solution found me. It was all thanks to a man we ran across in Channing, Michigan, and a small encrypted hard drive he handed me as a gift. Inside this encrypted hard drive were secrets so powerful, I noticed improvement in my hearing in only a few short weeks. I finally felt true relief from anxiety and depression, not to mention the stress I was under, desperate to find something that would work. I felt a ton of weight lift off my shoulders as I felt life slowly return back to normal. My name is Jerry Robison. I'm 47 years old, and none of my results came from dangerous drugs or expensive surgeries and painful exercises. You should have seen the look on my doctor's face after new test results came back. He was shocked. And despite what doctors are taught and what they teach us, hearing loss is caused by a toxic chemical in the brain and doesn't actually start in the ears themselves. Groundbreaking research from around the world confirms this as the real cause of age-related hearing loss. And the good news is, using the secrets collected in this little encrypted jump drive, you too can evict the nasty toxin moving into your brain. And by following the simple program, you'll even repair the damage it caused, restoring your brain back to health and recovering your hearing back to normal. This program has been a secret for so long because it simply works too good and is banned to stabilize the multi-billion-dollar hearing industry. Unlike traditional hearing solutions, this program doesn't require any implants that will cost you upwards of $50,000. It doesn't require $5,000 hearing aids, and it doesn't require dangerous prescriptions you can get addicted to or painful exercises you don't want to do. It's the same natural and safe formula that gave me back my life and hearing. And once the toxin is out of your brain too, you'll know exactly how I feel when I say my life is normal again. With this program, not only are you saving your hearing, but you're also reducing your risk of brain and memory loss. As a result, you'll notice you're more focused and clear than you've been in years. And if you're anything like me, you can also wave goodbye to the anxiety and depression that haunts you as a result of hearing loss. You can stop wasting your money on things that don't work. You can save all that money you'd spend on surgery or hearing aids and medication and end your hearing problems for good right now. What you're about to learn has helped 78,626 people, and that number keeps climbing every day. If you can't afford an arm and a leg for implants and want a natural solution, even if you just want to save that money for something else, or you have faith in a natural program to revive your hearing, I advise you to listen to this whole presentation. It could change your life too, like tens of thousands of others who have experienced it already. I recommend this to everyone with age-related hearing problems. I felt goofy wearing hearing aids and absolutely detested having to wear them. When my friend Fred told me about it, I thought it was worth a shot despite being skeptical from the start. I wanted it to work so I could get rid of the hearing aids. Now I'm like Fred. I tell everyone I know about it. I even started educating them about inner ear health and the nutrients that make the repairs and protect you. And I'm not the only one surprised I have my hearing back. People have grown used to basically yelling at me to get a word in. Now I can even hear a whisper. And everything I'm telling you right now is just scratching the surface. The real benefits stay between me and my wife. I get compliments everywhere I go, and the feeling of being so aware of what's going on around me is life-changing. I have more success in my business, and I enjoy it more too. Lastly, those hearing aids stay put away, for good. Jim Sawyer, age 71. And to think, stories like that one were only possible because of my doctor's famous last words. You're going to be deaf for the rest of your life, Jerry. It was the very moment I thought I would lose everything precious to me. That moment I realized I would never hear my wife's voice again, or talk with my children, and listen to music, or fit in with my friends and family. I thought I'd be alone and isolated the rest of my life. This moment spiraled my life into an obsessive journey, one that nearly ended my life. You see, my doctor told me my only hope was a $50,000 surgery that I later discovered would include serious side effects such as inner ear bleeding, facial nerve weakness, and even death. And after his next best solution was a hearing aid that would only cost $5,000 after he learned I could never afford the surgery. I went home and obsessively searched the internet for solutions, and I tried literally everything I could find. I didn't want this hearing aid for the rest of my life. I tried Ayurvedic medicine, Chinese herbs, acupuncture. I bought several books online and pills I found in TV commercials. I even paid an obscene amount of money to conduct a ritual that promised my hearing. As crazy as it sounds, I was desperate. My fatherly instincts were telling me I could teach my children something special by not giving up. And I'd be kidding myself if I said I didn't think about quitting. But the thought of my children thinking they could just quit anything in life killed me. One day, I came across something that really caught my attention online. When it arrived in the mail, I excitedly put it in my ears. I was excited. This could be the one, I thought. I didn't feel anything at first. Then my ears always felt clogged. I remained diligent in the process and proceeded dripping the oil into my ears despite the disgusting feeling. Then one day, I collapsed on the floor in front of my family and was rushed to the hospital. You almost didn't make it, my wife said to me. The oil caused a dangerous infection in your brain, the doctor explained. Even though I literally almost died, I'm still incredibly thankful this happened to me, because it's the very situation that led to the breakthrough moment I was desperate to find. For weeks, I laid in that hospital bed, wondering what my darling wife was up to. She was always so smiley when she visited me. Then on the day of my release, she revealed our honeymoon road trip plans, and it wasn't long until we were on the open road. A couple of days later, we ended up in Channing, Michigan, where we would meet Danny and Rebecca Stevens. At the time, they were just a couple standing in front of us at the checkout line of a small market. When they couldn't find his wallet, my wife and I offered to pay for all their groceries. On our way out of the market, we discovered Danny and Rebecca were quite friendly, and we all enjoyed talking. Then we spotted it. Danny's wallet was lying right next to the tire of his Jeep. After I refused to be paid back, the couple insisted we dine with them. We, of course, accepted. Turned out Danny was a doctor and had published dozens of papers and contributed to a collection of research for over 25 years. "You're one lucky guy, Jerry," Danny said. "I can help you," he said as he pulled a black thumb drive from his coat pocket. What he said next left my wife and I dumbfounded. "There's a toxic chemical in your brain, Jerry. Right now, it's rusting your inner ear hairs and causing hearing loss," he explained. He taught me that all kinds of toxic chemicals end up in your body through your food to your clothes. From smelling gas fumes when you fill up your car to drinking down the manganese found in soda bottles. Danny explained that we were bombarded with dangerous chemicals that end up in the nervous system. He stared at the thumb drive, stroking it with his thumb. And as he was talking, I could imagine harmful, alien-like chemicals hijacking and terrorizing my brain. "What do I do about it?" I asked. "Focus on the right cause of the hearing loss," Danny grinned. He said traditional methods don't fix hearing because the hearing loss is only a symptom, and this has been confirmed by clinical trials and research. When these toxic chemicals find their way into your central auditory system, they form a protein plaque on your nerves called amyloid beta, Danny said. But it doesn't just affect your hearing. The plaque settles on every nerve connected to your brain. Once it settles on your inner ear hair cells, they start to become brittle and sound can no longer vibrate them. That means your brain can no longer capture the vibration and translate it into sound. The toxin prevents your inner ear hairs from being healthy and undergoing their normal repairs from daily damage and noise pollution. And it doesn't just affect your hearing, Danny said. Once the toxin passes through your brain's gray matter, all your memories start to disappear one by one, he said. However, we found certain elements can be introduced into the bloodstream that flush the toxin out. My heart dropped. The natural ingredients we found removes the plaque from the hair cells, finally allowing them to repair, heal, and regain their softness. Jerry, he said, all of the ingredients you need are found in things you can buy at the grocery store. Inside this thumb drive, you'll find all the answers you need to eradicate the toxin infecting your brain, he said, holding it out to me. It belongs to you now to do with as you please, Danny insisted. No one has combined these ingredients into a powerful solution to correct hearing loss. Maybe you can, he said. But Jerry, you must never share this with your doctor. Many know the truth and may be formed against you. For the remainder of the trip, we ate a lot of weird foods found on that thumb drive. And for weeks on end, we worked together and used what was on that drive to find the best and most accurate amounts. In the first week, it dawned on me. I felt more focused and less tired. Although I didn't hear any improvements, I had hope. Refreshed and enthused by the fact that it was a combination of healthy foods, I was excited to continue, and soon I noticed I was able to hear. And then it went away quickly. Yet I was sure I might hear again and jump for joy. It would do this for a while, and each time it happened, I pictured my inner ear hairs radiated by a tiny sun, coming to life. Soft, smooth, perky. Then suddenly, nothing was happening. I couldn't hear a thing for days. Did I do something wrong, I wondered? A couple of days later, I woke up to my wife's alarm. I didn't think anything of it. I pulled myself from bed and made it past my snoring grandson, sprawled out across the couch. The sound of the bathroom door perked my ear up, but I still hadn't realized I could hear until the gentle snap of the vanity mirror popped open. And a few days after that, I could hear my wife whispering, and that almost painful ringing finally gave way. I could hear again. Having experienced it come and go, I kept on with the program. You can hear me? Is a question I got asked a lot in surprise. Many assumed I had surgery or a new hearing aid, and when I explained how I got the information, they thought I was joking. So I went to get my ears tested so I could show them the proof. My doctor stared at me. Unbelievable, he said silently. How? He raised his hands. My wife and I went on a real health kick after everything happened, I told him. Must have been that, he suggested, shrugging. So I took the hearing test with me wherever I went. I showed my colleagues, friends, and family the tests, and that's when they believed me. Soon word got out and people were wanting my help. So my wife and I put together instructions and started handing them out. There weren't many at first, but we were so happy being able to help that we thought we could make it even more available. We found a company that could help us source the finest ingredients and get the exact measurements we needed for the best possible product. We researched and met with companies for over a period of 3 months. We wanted to be certain that we delivered only the finest ingredients we know will work. Finally, after months of exhausting work, we pulled it all together. Clear Sound 911 is the emergency response you've been searching for. All our ingredients go under the microscope of independent laboratories from the U.S. to Europe. Our specific ingredients endured clinical testing on 1,847 volunteers and has been proven to work in the exact quantities in our formula. And now I'm going to reveal how it works. Your hearing restoration process begins once these carefully blended ingredients are absorbed into the bloodstream and carried to the brain where it finally receives what it needs to restore. It immediately begins cleansing the auditory and causing the plaque to fall away. The inner ear hairs are finally going to be able to start repairing themselves again. New hairs begin growing in quickly due to the powerful combination and exact quantities of vitamins B1, B2, B5, B6, and calcium and zinc. This powerful natural concoction is going to speed this process up so you get results as quickly as possible. But that's just the start of the powerful natural ingredients found in Clear Sound 911. In order to restore your hearing and fight the toxin in the brain, we added exact quantities of rhodiola, potassium, magnesium, and ashwagandha. These ingredients fight the dangerous toxin stealing your hearing and in turn help restore focus and sharpen your memory, even protecting you from brain disorders. Next, we added lemon balm, skullcap, hawthorn, bacopa, magnolia, passion flower, and valerian to boost the restoration process. These ingredients have been tested and proven to remove the toxin causing hearing loss. This incredible combination of ingredients restores the missing nutrients in the brain, allowing the plaque to fall away and the hairs to regrow, repair, and restore completely. In the powerful formula we created, with all the best ingredients we could find from the numerous testing facilities all around the world, We created the best natural protection you can find on the market today. And once your hearing is restored, you will have effectively protected yourself from future brain disorders such as memory loss. And we know you'll live a life full of joy just with the restoration of your hearing alone. When this formula works for you too, just like the thousands of others it has already helped, you'll enjoy your hearing for decades to come. No more feeling alone, isolated, and left out of the loop. No more missing out on your favorite things in life like music, news, family conversations, and the voices of your loved ones. You deserve to hear. That's why this next step is extremely crucial. Please listen to every word I say as your hearing depends on it. The studies conducted on 1,847 men and women showed that in order for this to work, you need the right quantities based on the severity of your hearing loss and the amount of toxin in your brain affecting the inner ear hairs. My recommendation? Don't risk it. Period. We've now studied the results of 78,626 people who once suffered from hearing loss caused by the dangerous neurotoxin in the brain. Based on their results, we found our best recommendation is 4 bottles of Clear Sound 911. That's a 4-month supply to evacuate the dangerous toxin out of the brain for good. To be absolutely certain this works for you too, I highly recommend the 4-bottle package. That way you too can experience the amazing hearing properties of Clear Sound 911, just like Jim from Palm Beach who says, Clear Sound 911 was a no-risk, no-brainer for me. Because of their money-back guarantee, I gave it a shot. I had nothing to lose. I had already lost my hearing a long time ago. I got the 4-month supply, and I'm incredibly surprised that my hearing has been completely restored. My friends and family are just as shocked as I was. If you are experiencing age-related hearing loss, I'll tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. Get Clear Sound 911. All the ingredients in Clear Sound 911 would cost you easily over $200 a month, and that's not considering the time it would take to separate it all into correct dosages for the best results. But I'd hate for you to have to go through all that. I'd rather give you what you need in a single bottle for a fraction of the cost. So instead of asking for $200 for all the ingredients, which would be a bargain for the good stuff considering the powerful hearing repairs it will also save you the embarrassment and shame. Scroll down now and see our offer for a 30-day supply. And if you choose a 4-bottle supply, I'll help you save even more. All you need to do is scroll down, choose your option, and click Add to Cart. I want you to do that, but first, there's absolutely no risk with our 90-day, 100% quiet, or 100% money-back guarantee. If you don't feel like your hearing is restored, exactly like I showed you it would, I made this special money-back guarantee just for you. Even if your bottle turns up empty, we'll give you your money back. It's fair that not everything works for everyone. Even the most prestigious products in the world don't work for everyone that uses them. That's why, if it doesn't work for you, we expect you to demand your money back. So what I want you to do now is after you order today and schedule your hearing test before your shipment arrives, take Clear Sound 911 for a full 90 days. After that, schedule another hearing test. And if your audiologist doesn't tell you to keep it up, we insist on giving you back every single penny, a full 100% refund on your order. Simply put, Clear Sound 911 will work for you, or you get all of your money back. Not a portion, you get everything back. Plus, we'll give you $100 just for giving Clear Sound 911 an honest try. We only work to give you results. I didn't give my life to this kind of career to get money. I truly want to give people real results, and I refuse to reap the rewards if it didn't work for you. If you have any reason it's not working and improving your hearing, send back any unused portion within 90 days, and we'll honor our money-back guarantee. We can't expect your money without improving your hearing. During this presentation, you learned what the leading cause of age-related hearing loss is and what happens to the inner ear when it's exposed to toxins. The all-natural way to gently soothe auditory inflammation inside the eardrums. How proper nutrition plays a role in healthy ear repair and why people age 50 and over are at risk of losing their hearing. You learned how to protect your hair cells and what causes them to become still and vibrationless. Why Clear Sound 911 is the best product on the market and the standards we hold our product and facilities to. You've seen the research and understand that your hearing can be restored naturally. You know about your risk-free money-back guarantee. We all know poor hearing can take away from the joys of life, and there's no point suffering when the solution is right in front of you. I suggest clicking on the package that's right for you now. I promise you and the people you love will be grateful you did. Ultimately, my goal is to give you back the quality of life you had in your youth. I believe we can achieve that here today, and you can no longer feel like your hearing keeps getting worse and worse. And regardless if you buy or not, I hope that you learned a lot today. Get your 1-month supply of Clear Sound 911 for a special price of $69.95 per bottle. This offer is only available on this page and while supplies are still in stock. Regularly, each bottle is $120 per bottle. Immediately feel the effects of those blood vessels finally opening up, so you can enjoy the feeling of healthy inner ears bringing the sensitive hairs back to health. Today's price is only $69.95 for a single bottle. That's a savings of over $50. Complete restoration and long-term protection against the toxins and nutrient deficiencies stealing away your hearing. And today only, when you choose the 4-bottle option, you'll get Clear Sound 911 for only $49.95 per bottle. That's more than half off, a savings of over $70 per bottle and just 83 cents per capsule. Plus, as long as supplies last, you'll get free shipping. That's right, shipping will be on us. Why would I ask for such a drastic price discount for you? Every day, I get numerous stories from people who experienced incredible results with Clear Sound 911. I want to hear your story next. Click on the option best suited to your needs and start regaining your hearing right now.
Thanks for stopping by. I hope now you can see how our product will truly make your life easier.